जय। अवतार
और मेहर बाबा की जय।
जय।
अवतार
अवतार
मेहर
मेहर
बाबा
बाबा
की
की
जय।
जय।
जय बाबा।
जय बाबा।
और
Jai Baba.
जय बाबा प्रताप जी।
Jai Baba to all of you. Last time we were talking about the family of Sawa Kotwal. Brother Prakash just reminded me of one incident which had happened in a place called Kovur. Kovur is a beautiful township just on the bank of the river Godavari. Now all these rivers which originate from India, rather to say, especially from Maharashtra, both Godavari and Krishna, they originate from Maharashtra. And when they are just like small nalas or small canals. And when they enter Andhra Pradesh, they become so very big like ocean. So that Kovur is a beautiful place. I have visited it several times, and there is a during the person there was a person Babalawar by name Koduri Krishna Rao. He was not Babalawar, but he heard about Mer Baba and he had taken Baba's darshan also. Thereafter, he became very staunch lover of Mer Baba. He has created, I would say, a dham. Dham is a sacred place. There he has installed a sitting statue of Mer Baba, made in bronze. It's a beautiful statue, very much like Mer Baba, except that the face expression is a little bit serious, but then that statue is very much close to Mer Baba's appearance. So that is a beautiful statue. And for a quite long time, the place was just not being used, or not being attended by the people. It was simply lying idle for quite long time, very long time, because in 1963 it was opened, that unveiled by Maharani Shanta Devi of Baroda Maharani. And that was, after that, it was rather to say neglected, very much neglected, and nobody was visiting there. I do not know whether, but what I have heard is that it was not being attended to. And then one person by name Y.S. Rao, he took very much interest in reviving the whole atmosphere of this place. Every month he used to arrange for a big program, and then quite number of people from all around Kabul, they used to come and visit there, and they used to participate in that program. The beauty of this person was he was really a silent worker, but very what should I say, very capable organizer of programs, very capable, and very honest, because it's honesty. People used to donate much money to him. As far as my my relation with that person is concerned, he was very much friendly with me, very much friendly. And whenever Dennis program, he wants me to be in the program, he will not ask me beforehand. He will just send me a railway ticket, and I have no option but to attend the program. Several times, many times it's so happened. And if I pay afterwards, after the program is over, if I pay that amount to Mr. Rao, he will make a receipt, center's receipt, and give it to me. That was person, very nice person. He has opened a guest house in Mahabaleshwar also, but he is no more now. Very early age he has passed away. Anyway, he had revived this whole atmosphere. He has built a guest house there, and every month there is a program. Now, during Baba's time, Baba had visited this place along with so many Baba's group of people, Baba's Mandali people, even other people. They visited this place, and Koduri Krishna Rao had made their arrangement of stay on the bank, on the river, in the launches, big launches. There were 3 launches, one for exclusively for Mayor Baba and some attendants, and then other 2 for other people, along with Baba and local people also. So all these arrangement was made, and they were on the river. The launches were kept on the river, and all food items were supplied from the house of Koduri Krishna Rao. It so happened that the first morning when the food was sent there, the arrangement was such that the food was to be distributed by Savak Kotwal. He was in charge of the distribution of the food. And it so happened that the very first day when the breakfast was sent, it was distributed in these two launches, 2 other launches, and nothing was sent to Baba. To Baba. And they all enjoyed that breakfast. It was a South Indian breakfast, very nice, very tasty, and they all enjoyed that breakfast, and nothing was said for Mayor Baba. And somehow these 3 launches were together, and when Baba asked as to what about the breakfast, the people on the other 2 launches, they said, we had a sumptuous breakfast now. Our stomachs are full now. And Baba said, what about me? Why you are not saying breakfast for me? And everybody was looking at each other, and they were surprised as to how the breakfast was not said to Baba. What Savak must have thought that breakfast Baba must be going directly, but it was not to be so. And the breakfast was sent together, and Baba's share was to be sent by Kotwal, which Kotwal failed to do. And then Baba was so very upset. When Koduri Krishna came there, Baba was so much upset that how you can neglect me in the whole program of distributing breakfast. And then in that state of displeasure, mood of displeasure, he called Koduri Krishna Rao. He told him, bring a big rope, tied with a big stone, and put that rope around the neck of Sav Kotwal and drowned Sav Kotwal in the middle of the river. Just see, take a rope, take a big stone, tie it with a stone, and tie it around the neck of Sahavas Kotwal, because he was responsible for distribution of the food. And because he has failed in doing the duty, he was to be drowned right in the middle of the river. When the river is very deep, and there is no chances of coming up because that stone will be there, heavy stone will be there. That was the punishment which Mir Baba had proposed for Savak. And Koduri Krishna was, it was new way of dealing. He has must have never seen such a punishment. And he was hesitant, in fact. But then, to everybody's surprise, more surprise for Koduri Krishna Rao. The Savak comes to him and says, "Why don't you obey Meher Baba? Why don't you obey Meher Baba's order? Meher Baba has asked you to drown me in the river. Why don't you do that?" See, this sort of a gesture from Savak Kotwal, it had made such an impression on Koduri Krishna Rao that what type of disciples these are. That person has been sentenced with the death sentence, and he is accepting it very willingly. In fact, when I am just hesitating to do that, he is coming forward and telling me, "Why don't you obey Baba? Why don't you drown me there as Baba's wish?" Very strange thing. But then this had a very good effect on the mind of Koduri Krishna Rao. And then thereafter he took Baba to be really a God man, God in the form of man. And then when Savak was insisting for obeying Meher Baba, the excuse which was available to Koduri Krishna was that there was a big store around. Because it was bank of the river, they only sand, no stones. So he said that there is no stone for me to tie to your neck. And then this was brought to the notice of Meher Baba, but Baba just freed him from this order. And then he calls Savak and tells him that I have forgiven you. It's a very funny story that had happened in Kovur. Now, all that area, it is called coastal Andhra. All that area, practically every big city has a center. It is just beyond on the other bank of the river, there is a center by name Rajmahindri. Rajmahindri is the township, and Baba Center is there. And I will just remind you that Baba had taken a workers' meeting overnight. The whole night he was taking a meeting, and many important workers and lovers from Andhra, they had gathered there, and Baba had just gave them a good wash up, because there were quarrels between the workers, and everything that Baba had heard. And then there was a group of people, four people. Baba has dismantled that group, and beautiful Baba's Baba's principles which have been given therein, they are really eye-opener for each one of us. Those who want to indulge into working for a center. That is the lesson. That is the lesson given in that meeting, and very very important. Because that was Rajmandri. So that whole area, everywhere there are big centers, Baba centers. In fact, in Andhra there are so many centers, and the workers are very good workers, very dedicated workers. Except that, what should I say? The nature is little bit quarrelsome. Perhaps Prakash may not like my expression, but then I had a good experience about these people, because when we had our Padayatra, or walk from Poona, from birthplace Poona to the final resting place, that is Mehrabad. We had walked the whole distance within 4 days. Fifth day, fourth day late evening, we reached there. We started from Pune early in the morning, say by 7 o'clock or so, and then having about 4 stops, 4 night halts. Then we reached Mehrabad, and then that was the program, along with the chariot of Baba's picture, and so many sayings, banners made out for Baba's sayings, and people are going in a row, very disciplined way. The police department had no problem with us, and they expressed, the police department expressed, that we have never seen such a disciplined gathering of people going in a very disciplined way. So that in that, the other people had taken a very active part. In fact, I think I remember that the first first walk when we had taken out, there was a group who had taken charge of that chariot. It was a sort of a sort of a sort of a, what should I say, a vehicle with the with the wheels to it, and they have to push it. And they had taken charge, and they have carried the vehicle up to the last, taken care of the vehicle up to the last. Only those who want to participate for some time, they will allow. Otherwise, they have taken the full responsibility. Very dedicated people, but then very unmanageable. If you tell them not to do this, they will invariably do that thing and irritate you. There were so many incidents when I used to get irritated, because that whole responsibility, most of the responsibility was on me to go smoothly. But a beautiful experience for all of us, a very memorable experience for all of us. So that is Andhra people, and that is why in the meeting, all the differences were settled by Meher Baba and KDRM, that is called the KDRM group, that was dismantled. KDRM, Dr. Dhanpati Rao, the oldest person of Andhra, and Guruprasad, Rangarao, Majid, I think.
Manikyal Rawat.
Manik.
Manikyal.
So these 4 were there, and of course, the working was going on there. Up to this time, it is going on nicely. So that was about that Rajmandri, as he had reminded me, Prakash reminded me about it. And one other incident what I will tell, by because last time when I gave talk on the family of Savak Kotwal, my mind was more focused on that incident of that death, accidental death of her son. My mind was much focused on that, so I have skipped over these two incidents. In fact, these were not in my mind at all, but Prakash has reminded me of that. And along with, there is another incident which happened in Satara. Satara, Baba had stopped using alphabet board. That was on from the 7th of October 1954. 7th of October 1954, Baba has stopped using alphabet board. But before that, it was not simply just now tomorrow I am not going to use it. It was not like that. It was given up with a very big ceremony. It was 6th of October. Many people, there were about 70 people with Baba. And in addition, people say, Dhaike for Nagar, he had come there. Then Adi Dubash, along with his wife, Rhoda, they had come. Then somebody from Dehradun, they had come. Then many, Jal, Baba's brother was also there. All these people had gathered there, and there was to be a very big function. Now, Baba had instructed everyone to observe fast from 1 p.m., 1 a.m., 1 a.m. till midnight. Everybody has to observe fast from 1 a.m. till midnight, not even water. And at 1 a.m., they could have a cup of coffee. And then they have to arrive at Rosewood. Rosewood is a bungalow. At Rosewood bungalow at 6 o'clock after taking bath, after the morning ablutions and after taking bath, they have to remain present at Rosewood. Now, I am just giving you a little bit of Satara. Satara, Baba used to stay at a place called Grafton Bungalow. Grafton Bungalow was a belonging to some I think Parsi gentleman. And whenever Baba visits Satara, that bungalow was available to him, and Baba used to stay there along with the ladies Mandali. This is Grafton for Baba's stay. There is another place which was called Rosewood Bungalow. Rosewood Bungalow. It was, this color was also a rose color, and it is still there. That Rosewood building, that bungalow is still there, and there is some sort of a dispute among these brothers, and that is why, even though it is sold to a builder, he cannot do anything because it is one connected building. I mean, just one ground floor building, and builder cannot, I mean, just raise floors on one side only. Sort of some difficulty in construction. So in spite of that the builder has taken half of the portion, then he is not able to do it, and he is selling that amount, that place now, but it's very costly. That is still there. So Baba, and then there was another place called Jal Villa. There were some Baba people, some Baba Mandali They used to stay at Jalvila. At Rosewood also, Baba people used to stay. Certain time there was a Basta ashram also at Rosewood. But then at other time, Baba Mandali were staying at Rosewood. And then there was one judge's bungalow. One judge's bungalow, Baba used to use it for sitting with Kekobad. Baba used to work with Kekobad every day. And that bungalow was, judge's bungalow was being used by Mir Baba. So all these places are still there. Judge's bungalow is still there. Rosewood is still there. Grafton is demolished. Even when we visited, it was a bank there, but the building was there. But now that whole building has been demolished. So Baba, there is a distance about must be about half a kilometer or little more or less, half a kilometer from Rosewood to Grafton. Every morning, round about 8 o'clock, Baba would walk along with either Aloba or Kumar. Baba would walk up to Rosewood. He will spend time there at Rosewood along with the Gents Mandali. Then he will go for food to Grafton. He will spend some time along with the ladies Mandali. Then in the afternoon, he will again come to Rosewood walking, just mind well. Baba used to walk daily twice. And then rest of the time he will sit with the Gents Mandali. And by evening, not late evening, but 4 o'clock, he will return back to Rosewood, not about the Grafton. That was Baba's usual program. Now that day, on 6th, Baba had asked everybody. They were spread over all the other places. Baba had asked everybody to come to Rosewood at 6 o'clock. And then on 7th, Baba came to exactly at 6 o'clock. Baba came to Rosewood along with 3 alphabet boards. Along with 3 alphabet boards in his hand. One was made of plywood. Another was made of plastic, and one which was made of cardboard with alphabets stick paper of printed alphabets ABCD up to Z and 1 to up to 0, 1 to 10, 1 to 9 and 0. They were printed and the paper was stuck up to that cardboard. Along with this, Baba came there. Now, after he came there, he asked the doors to be closed, windows and doors to be closed. And then everybody gathered there. Jal left from there. Jal didn't attend this. Baba, at that time, Baba said that what a unfortunate fellow. He could not attend such a great event. That is what Baba expressed about his own brother. Now all the other people were there. Now when just before that, when Baba first time met this Adi Dubash from Karachi, Adi Dubash and Rhoda Dubash, his wife. There is a funny conversation in between these two. Baba says, I have taken bath after 3 months. I have taken bath after 3 months, so I won't go, I won't give embrace to you people. Don't expect embrace from me because I have taken bath after 3 months. And then she asks Adi, how is Rhoda as your wife? Adi says, number 1, Baba. Then Baba asking Rhoda, how is Adi as your husband? She also says, but number one, Baba. Baba said, it's very much fine. At the same time, one principal of that of a institution, teaching institution, he had come there and he had asked for Baba's message. So Baba said, this itself is a message. There is a good couple. They will come there and stand on the stage and give talk. So that is the best way. That is the best. That will be the best choice. I need not give you a message. That is what Baba said. But then he asked Adi to send his wife, and then only joints were there in this meeting. The doors and were closed. 4 people were placed not to disturb the whole proceeding. Now, first, Baba gave one of the cardboard, the plywood board. Baba gave the plywood board to Kumar. Baba gave plywood alphabet to Kumar. The plastic alphabet board to Dhake Falkar. And the third one, the cardboard. In that cardboard book, the zero was partly come out of that. It was torn, and it was that zero was just hanging on a very small piece of attached with a small piece. And what Baba said that I have used this board too much and very roughly. So this zero is hanging. If it falls down, if that zero falls down, then it will be very good for the world. That is what Baba said. And then Baba throws that alphabet to Savak. And that zero comes out. Baba takes that alphabet board without that zero. There is zero has fall down, and then he takes both these zero and the alphabet board. He gives that alphabet board to Erach to be sent to Padri for preserving it, very carefully preserving it. And that zero he gave to Savak. Baba's mischievous way of dealing with some such situation. Baba gives a zero to Savak, and in between, at some time passed, and at around what 5:30 or so, Baba is asking Savak, what you have done with that zero? Savak says that I have kept it in my bag. Baba says, had I been there in your place, I would have cut a flesh of my body and put that inside and stitched it safe. You do not know the importance of that zero. And God and what he said that Baba said that it is this jury is going to make a havoc in the world. And when Savak heard about this, then Savak said to Baba, you take it back. I don't want this. I won't be able to keep it safe with me. You can take it back. And so Baba takes that zero back and gives to parents to be sent to Padri. And what Baba says is that in fact, even though I gave the zero to Sabak, I wanted it back. So I played this game, telling that the zero is going to make a very big chaos in the whole world. And with that fear, Savak himself has given that zero to me. So I have taken it and I have disposed it for preservation to Padri. That was a incident. Thereafter, Baba had spread one white cloth on the floor, kept still on that, and everyone present there had to come, stand on the stool. Baba would place his forehead on the feet of the person, and every time that person has to take the names of the five Sadgurus in the order. First is Sai Baba, second is Upasani Maharaj, third is Babajan, fourth is Tajuddin Baba, and Narayan Maharaj. In the same order, they have to take the names. And with that name, Baba would bow down to that person. So every time, every person, Baba is bowed down 5 times. If the order is order is changed or mistaken, then the whole thing is to be repeated. And in the case of Krishna Nair, the same thing happened. He missed the order about 3-4 times. 4-5 times he missed, and Baba had to repeatedly bow down to him until that order is corrected. So it's really, it is, one can imagine what could be Baba's work in all these bowing down 5 times, shouting the name of that Sadguru. Just before this, it was a day on which Sai Baba had dropped his ball, and Baba had sent a message of saluting Sai Baba, the ancient one. Meher Baba is giving his salutation to Sai Baba, to the God personification or something like that. So he's sending this message to Sai Baba. He has sent message to Sai Baba. And then all this process of standing on the stool and Baba bowing down, that took place. And Erech was asked to recite one prayer which was in English, and it was translated to Hindi, which was to be read by Pau Kachuri. That was done, and then all these process of Baba bowing down, this has taken place. Then Baba made Keko Bag and this one who observed silence, what do you mean? Both stand before Baba, and that that prayer was again recited. Gustaji and Kekuwa, they were made to stand together facing Baba, and Baba again asked Erich to recite the prayer. So all this had happened there, or it took place. So when Baba dropped using this alphabet board, it was with such a big ceremony. And thereafter, Baba just started using signs which people were not conversant with, they were not able to understand, even age. But in in the process of time, everything had become possible. Erich had learned to understand the gestures of Meher Baba, and the things went on like that. So this is all about that great person, Savak Kotwal. So many such people were with Meher Baba. They were unique in their own way. Unique, I would say unique in their own way. And very strangely, the duties allotted to them could not be imagined by common people like us. Bhau, who was so very qualified, he was given a duty of keeping watch, night watch. And in Satara, in Baba, there was another doctor. Who was the another doctor was Aga Baidul. Aga Baidul was a doctor. Aga Baidul, he used to give some tablets. I mean, must be some usual tablets to people taking Baba's name. And surprisingly, that used to work and the person used to get all right. And this news has spread so much that Aga Baidul is a very good doctor. If you take his medicine, every disease goes away. That was the name which Aga Baidul has earned. And once it so happened that one doctor came to Rosewood, searching for the person who is practicing doctors. And everybody looks, there is no doctor in another. No, there is one doctor in your grave. That doctor is saying, no, there is doctor in your grave. I know him, I have seen him, but then I want to meet him. And Aga Baidul came there, he is the doctor. Everyone was taken by surprise. But then Baba had given some instruction to Aga Baidul. But Aga Baidul was very innocent in the sense that he used to give every medicine with Baba's name. And it was his faith, his genuine faith that the name will lay a miracle. And that is to happen, in fact. Now, I would like to sing one ghazal which Prakash had suggested last time, along with its meaning. Will that do?
Yes, it will do. If you do it. Say Baba.
It is a very favorite ghazal, very favorite ghazal. And Baba used to like, even we used to like very much. As I keep on singing, I will, after every stanza, I will give you the meaning. मुझे और कोई तो नहीं, मुझे और कोई तो गम नहीं, मेरे दिल को इतना मलाल है, मुझे और कोई तो गम नहीं, मेरे दिल को इतना मलाल है, मुझे और कोई तो गम नहीं, मुझे और कोई तो नहीं, मेरे दिल को इतना मना ले। मैं तुम्हारा हो तो चुका मगर, मैं तुम्हारा हो तो चुका मगर, तुम्हें कब किसी का ख्याल है, मैं तुम्हारा हो तो चुका मगर, तुम्हें कब किसी का ख्याल है, मैं तुम्हारा हो तो चुका मगर। I will give you the meaning of this. There is only one sorrow which I have in my heart, that I have become yours. I have become yours. I have offered myself to you, but whether you have any consideration for that, whether you have any concern about that, I have become yours, whether you have any concern about that. The first two lines. मुझे और कोई तो गम नहीं, मेरे दिल को इतना मलाल है, मैं तुम्हारा हो तो चुका मगर, मैं तुम्हारा हो तो चुका मगर, तुम्हें कब किसी का ख्याल है, मैं तुम्हारा हो तो चुका मगर, तुम्हें कब किसी का ख्याल है, मैं तुम्हारा हो तो चुका मगर। The first stanza is, तेरा हुस्न है तेरी सादगी, तेरी सादगी तेरा हुस्न है, मेरे शायराना बजाज में तू फरोग हुस्न कमाल है। The meaning is, your beauty is in your simplicity, and your simplicity is your beauty. For my poetical mind, for my poetical trend of my mind, you are the glorious perfection of beauty. That is the Shire says, that your beauty, your simplicity, your beauty. In my poetic mind, you are glorious. You are the glorious perfection of the beauty. तेरा हुस्न है तेरी सादगी, तेरी सादगी तेरा हुस्न है, मेरे शायराना मजाज में, मेरे शायराना मजाज में तू बरोगे हुस्न कमाल है, मेरे शायराना मजाज में तू परोगे हुस्न कमाल है मेरे शायराना मिजाज में। Second stanza is very beautiful stanza. It's a very heart-touching stanza. What the शायर says, मैं फरेब हुस्न आ गया, नहीं इसमें मेरी कोई खता। मैं फरेब हुस्न में आ गया, नहीं इसमें मेरी कोई खता। तू गले लगा के न छोड़ना, तेरी जिंदगी का सवाल है। तू गले लगा के न छोड़ना, मेरी जिंदगी का सवाल है। The meaning is, listen, it is is it my fault that I have been caught up in your beauty? Is it my fault? I have been caught up in your beauty. Then he requests, now may it be my fault or may it be anything else. He says, is it not my fault? It is not my fault, but the glory is such that one is bound to caught up in your alluring beauty. And then he says, but my dear Lord, once you embrace me, once you take me close to your heart, don't abandon me. When you have embraced me and taken to your heart, don't abandon me, because it is a question of my life and death. It is the question of my life and death. Naturally, in other meaning, in other way, one may say that if you abandon me, it will be more or less like a death for me. When that boy used to sing this particular stanza, a person by name Bashir, he was from Pune, very friendly with Jal, Baba's brother, and whenever Baba wants to have some singing, I mean, especially the Kowal singing, he will invariably call this person. He was every time, whenever Baba calls him, he was ready to come and entertain Baba. He has sung so very beautiful ghazals before Baba, and during his singing, now in ghazal there is a repetition. One line is being repeated several times. So in that, I used to take down on my notebook, take down the words. But then the Kavals, they take it to be copyright. They don't like anybody noting down. So I used to sit behind somebody, behind our own people, then note down. Baba had noticed this. And whenever any beautiful ghazal, either by anybody, any Kawal, Baba would ask me whether you have noted down that ghazal. And thereafter, Baba would ask me to read. When he goes to Mandali Hall, in his leisure time, he would ask me to read. I would read the whole ghazal before him, and any mistake in noting down the words, he will correct it. And our party, Poona party, will sing those ghazal before Baba in the original tune which the Kawal used to sing. So this particular तू गले लगा के नहीं छोड़ना मेरे जिंदगी का सवाल है. What he says that don't abandon me. After you embraced me, don't abandon me, because it is a question of my life and death. That Kawal used to become very emotional. And I have seen him at times shedding tears. The next stanza is, मेरे जिस मजाक को तू फूंक दे कि जला करूं मैं तेरे इश्क में. This is also equally beautiful stanza. मेरे जिस मजाक को तू फूंक दे कि जला करूं तेरे इश्क में, मेरी एक छोटी सी आरज़ू, मेरा एक सादा सवाल है. The meaning is, let me burn in the fire of your love, and you must burn down my body, my life, my separate existence. You must burn me to ashes, everything of mine, my life, my body, you should burn. Let me burn in the fire of your love, and you must burn down my body, my life, my separate existence. This is my small wish, and this is my simple representation before you. So what the poet wants is to burn himself in the love of the beloved. I sing it. मेरे जिस्म जान को तू फूंक दे कि जला करूं तेरे इश्क में. मेरे जिस्म जान को तू फूंक दे कि जला करूं तेरे इश्क में. मेरे जिस्म जान को तू फूंक दे कि जला करूं तेरे इश्क में. मेरी एक छोटी सी आरज़ू, मेरी एक छोटी सी आरज़ू, मेरा एक सादा सवाल है. मेरी एक छोटी सी आरज़ू, मेरा एक सादा सवाल है. मेरी एक छोटी सी आरज़ू. Last stanza is, मैं रहीन मिन्नत दर्द हूँ, नहीं और कोई तलब कमर. कमर is the name of that poet. मैं रहीन मिन्नत दर्द हूँ, नहीं और कोई तलब कमर. मेरा यार मेरे नसीब में, मेरे आरज़ू का महाल है. The meaning is, I am eternally grateful to you for the agony that your love has given me. I am eternally grateful to you for the agony that your love has given to me. It has made me devoid of any other longing. I don't have any other longing but to get burnt in your love. Kamar, the poet, says, I am fortunate to have you in my life, and your presence in my life is the fulfillment of all my desires. Your presence in my life is the fulfillment of all my desires. This is the last stanza. मैं रहीने मिन्नते दर्द हूँ, नहीं और कोई कमर. मैं रहीने मिन्नते दर्द हूँ, नहीं और कोई तलब कमर, मैं रही न मिन्नत रहूं, नहीं और कोई तलब कमर, मेरा यार मेरे नसीब में, मेरा यार मेरे नसीब में, मेरी आरज़ू का महल है, मेरा यार मेरे नसीब में, मेरी आरज़ू का महल है, मेरा यार मेरे नसीब में, मेरी आरज़ू का महल है, मेरा यार मेरे नसीब में। तू गले लगा के न छोड़ना, मेरी जिंदगी का सवाल है, जय बाबा। I will take Aarti. Hello.
Please,
Yes.
Jai Baba. Yeah, of course.
Arti. Yeah.
We will take Aarti now.
Yes. Yes.
उबाल लहर से जिसकी सृष्टि का निर्माण, उसकी दैवी अनंतता का कैसे हो अनुमान। आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन, आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन, नमो ब्रह्म आवो मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनावो, मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनावो, मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनावो। प्रेम दीप में ही जलाओ, प्रेम दीप में ही जलाओ, निबिड़ अंधेरा मिटता पाऊं, निबिड़ अंधेरा मिटता पाऊं, अपना सब कुछ तुम्हें चढ़ाऊं, अपना सब कुछ तुम्हें चढ़ाऊं, तुम मुझे को सरसाओ, मेरा प्रभु आरती अपनाओ, मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ। जीवन की है रे सांस हमारी, जीवन की है रे सांस हमारी, बन जाए प्रभु गति तुम्हारी, बन जाए प्रभु गति तुम्हारी, हे करुणा कर लीलाधारी, हे करुणा कर लीलाधारी, तुम करुणा बरसा मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ, मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ, बने आरती जीवन मेरा, बने आरती जीवन मेरा, आदि अंत का लय हो घेरा, आदि अंत का लय हो घेरा, खुले नयन और दिखे सवेरा, खुले नयन और दिखे सवेरा, तुम मुझे छजा मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ, मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ, आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन, आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन, नमो ब्रह्म आवो, मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ, मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ, मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ, अवतार मेहर
Yeah,
बाबा।
Baba ki jai.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Baba.
Jai
Wow,
Baba.
what a ghazal that is, Pratap ji. Most beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. It's wonderful to sing with you, Pratap.
Yeah.
Mm.
And beautiful stories. I mean, Savak Kotwal stories.
Yes.
Actually, it's also very funny, right? I mean, there was one time when Savak is requesting Krishna Rao to listen to Baba, to obey Baba, and tie the thread around my neck and then put a stone at the end. And then, and Koduri is, this man is very, like Pratap just said, new and all, he's afraid. He didn't know what to do. So he would run. This man would run away. And then
Yes, yes.
Savak is running after him. Savak runs
Running.
after him and tells him, tie the thread around my neck. That was so funny.
That is true. That is true.
And
funny.
Baba gets a beautiful, amusing smile out of the whole thing. I mean, he was very happy.
He is the root cause of everything.
That was true. Thanks so much, Pratapji.
Pratapji.
Jai Baba.
Avtar, Meher, Baba,
Baba
Hey, Baba.
ki jai.
Avtar, Meher,
Jai
Baba,
Meher Baba
Baba
ki
ki
jai.
jai.
Avtar, Meher, Baba ki.
Avatar Meher Baba ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Baba.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Never too late.